Good evening, one and all. Good evening, all in one. Tonight is going to be a special earworms here on this Easter of 2025. We're going to be taking a look at the classic film from Monty Python called The Life of Brian. When it was released back in '79, it's a little bit controversial. I don't know if it's as much so these days. I did not launch it this evening or schedule it for this evening to be controversial. Not my intention at all. I happen to think it's a very funny film, great humor, some great sketches, and I think people of faith mostly anymore see it in the context of what it actually was intended. And so we're going to enjoy ourselves tonight. So, without any further ado, I'm going to start introducing some of our co-hosts. And I better get the right video. I've been hitting the wrong video lately for some folks. Let's see here. There we go. Yes, it is a plan. So there she is.
So, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, it's one of those Sundays. We were out in the garden earlier, so
Oh, yeah.
we might be a little bit tired tonight.
Yep. Just a little. Just
But
came from my craft market too, remember?
oh, that's right. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I guess in that case, we can't take too long. Let's get the intros going.
Go for it.
Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Lawrence and Liza.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Mark.
I know that you really did enjoy this film, I guess, when it came out, and still a fan of it today. So
I am a huge fan of it. Wouldn't miss this for the world. Despite I am tired as well, I have been painting for the last 3 days.
Oh, Mike.
oh,
Yikes.
that's why you did the pressure wash last week.
Yes.
Oh,
Painting walls, painting cabinets, and this was just phase one.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah, nothing
it
like
never
being
ends.
a homeowner.
It never ends.
Yeah.
Well, and we are very fortunate this evening because Monty Python is a British institution, and we have someone joining us who has just gotten out of a British institution. All right.
Awesome.
Yay.
Oh,
Yeah, I got to actually turn that one off. Well, this is interesting. We have a big blank.
No, there he is.
There we are.
there he is. Yeah.
All right. Good evening, Mr. World of Swap in the shop.
You lucky bastard!
Ah,
You
all
lucky bastard.
That's my favourite line from the movie, so I'll go now. That's fine.
Yes. Yeah, after you got raptured away for a little bit.
That was great. That was amazing.
Yes. Well, anyway, I got the slides. That's all we have tonight, are slides for this film. I'm hoping we could do it in 1 week, and I think we can. So let's jump on it. All righty. So here we are. We see the starry sky. We see the starry sky. And what happens with this starry sky? There's one bright star there. And that bright star moves across the sky. And following it are a few camels with people on them. And there we go. Some great footage. You are welcome to join me anytime, Mike. I'm a little bit tired tonight. I'm losing my Howard Cosell.
The wise men.
Yes, the wise men are creeping through the alleyways, and then they make
Very
it through.
wise.
I'm getting some flashbacks of the old Top Gear episode where they actually went to Iraq and then
Oh yeah.
Iran and everything.
Right.
I'm getting flashbacks from my school nativity play.
Yeah. Are they still allowed to have just
I'm
three
just
wise
kidding.
men in that?
But they're probably women, but they just slap a moustache on.
Oh, okay. Well,
Girls, should I say.
there's a lot of that going on here. All right, so there's a baby. Now, folks, you got to be aware of this. This is the baby Brian, not to be confused with other babies that may be in a manger at this time. Just so you know, we will see shortly. These three wise men may have hit the wrong house. So anyway, there we go. There's Brian and his mother. His mother gets shocked by the presence of these men. And I do have subtitles for these tonight in case we ever want to just do some community theater. But for now, I don't know if we want to do this scene or not, but maybe we'll, just leave it up to people. You just shout out a line if you see a great one or something.
There you go.
Mike's like, wake me up.
Oh, this is Terry Jones playing the woman. That's great. That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
He has the best drag voice of all of them, I think. What are you doing creeping around a cash at 2 a.m?
That's a very good Terry Jones. Wow.
Oh, yeah. And he did a great a documentary series on the medieval era.
Oh yes, was it the castle? No, it was
It was something like Real Lives or Middle Ages Real Lives. It was really about, what the average person went through, and it was like a few in that series.
Flav has a line from Waiting for God.
Oh, yes. Waiting for
Three
God.
kings from Orient are one in a taxi, one in a car.
One on a scooter, tooting his hooter, following yonder
Yonder
star.
Yes. We are also fans of
Baritone in there.
There was a friend of mine when I was very young who made up his own lyrics, and I think he swapped out scooter and tooting his hooter for one on a bicycle licking his icicle. I have no idea what the relevance of that was to anything, but
Ay.
that I don't know. That's a major accomplishment. That's the way that sounds.
for an 8-year-old.
Yes, we are also fans of that great series of Waiting for God.
Oh my gosh, Terry Jones actually has a doctorate in medieval history? Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We all met in college.
I didn't know that. Well,
Graham Chapman was a doctor or studying to be a doctor.
incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, when the art bug bites, you gotta follow it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of joke?
Nope. Ay.
No.
Crazy infant.
Beautiful thing about my screen is my forward and back buttons for the slides is right on top of the subtitles.
Oh, great.
Stitch is like, oh
It's
my,
gonna be a
sometimes I
weird
join
night
at the
period.
wrong times, yeah.
Oh, Marge, you're all drunk. It's disgusting. Out. Come on, out.
Wait until she hears what they have. They have gifts. We are bearing gifts. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Go.
Now, she likes the gold and frankincense, but she's not too sure about the myrrh. And this is what really caught me out the next line when she gets to the talking about the myrrh. They said, "Well, it's a valuable bomb," and
Why
she's
did
like,
you say so?
You guys are really wanting to do community theater, don't you?
"Yeah, I'm just realizing I won't be
No,
able
we're
to
just
because I can't read the lines."
improv is much more fun.
Yes.
But yeah, the bomb, and that's what threw me off because I thought maybe they'd say bomb, BOMB instead of BA. Is it BALM? you know, but instead she like thinks it's a creature in the desert or something.
You
Okay.
said the word bomb, and the first thing that came into my head was the holy hand grenade.
Yes. Bomb.
Bomb.
That's a dangerous creature. That is.
I
Yes, indeed, and does the scary antler thing.
We got Mr. Brown in the chat.
Mr. Brown.
Brown.
Yes.
Happy Easter, Mr. Brown.
Yes. Got some Cadburys. Well, I heard that tonight first on Mr. Brown that Cadbury actually tastes good in the UK.
It really does. I've tried it in the US, and it's nowhere near as good. Mind you, what shocked me the most was Hershey's, the way that it smelled like sick. I couldn't understand that.
I don't know. I guess that might be a new era. We haven't actually eaten. The only chocolates we have on occasion are Lindt, and that's,
We have
the
sugar
brand.
with just a taste, just a tad of chocolate.
Yeah, that's the issue. They put so much sugar in everything. You can't taste the chocolate or the coffee or the whatever. The ice cream. Ice cream is the worst.
We like to keep the doctors gainfully employed.
That's true. Too much sugar.
So anyway, I can't see the lines. Anybody want to shout them out or find? Well, anyway, the three kings decide we're not in the right. Well, they find it out later. She ushers them out. She like, I'm happy with the gifts. Next time you needn't bother about the myrrh. But they finally realize that they're in the wrong place after they see another establishment that seems a little bit more like you might have a truly divine being there. In this case, they thought that maybe this baby was divine, but didn't really work out that way. Just Brian.
I think you're ahead of your slides, man.
I can't see.
They just left the first time.
Okay, they just left the first time, so now they're coming back. Well,
Now they're coming back.
Yeah, now they're going to get their presents, and so they regifted to Jesus. Then I guess.
Yeah. Regifted.
Okay, but anyway, now we see the opening credit.
Handmade films.
Handmade films. Was that?
George
I know
Harrison.
that there was like a story about this. They were trying to make it in the UK. They did not. Things fell through, and they went to the US, and they were able to get like 1.75 million to make the film, but they knew they needed like 2.7 million, and it didn't look like it was going to happen until finally, because Eric Idle kind of knew George Harrison.
Yep.
George Harrison made it happen by contributing the rest of the money, mostly just to see the film. He wanted to see what they would do with it. So that's how it happened. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't have happened.
Well, it followed the Holy Grail, so I think he had a bit of some confidence there.
Yeah. And after their TV series and everything, he knew that they could put together something funny. But I guess some people were a little bit worried about, how this might turn out, especially with the subject matter. But, I was watching a documentary today that was gifted. Well, it wasn't a gift, but he sent me the link, was Internet Help Desk, and I checked it out, and it was interview with Michael Palin, John Cleese, and there was a bishop. Don't ask me of where. It was a bishop of somewhere in the UK, and another guy there, and it was basically like a debate because they felt like it was. They didn't like the film. These guys, but there was I guess a somewhat friendly debate. Yeah, it was a somewhat friendly debate and everything, but yeah, I mean that they definitely did some thinking about this because they wanted to make a point about some things, but they did not want to make it something where it was like, shall we say, they didn't want to make fun of the life of Jesus or Jesus at all. They wanted to make a point about, not having any kind of critical thinking or thinking for yourself. And it goes beyond just religion and spirituality. It goes into government. It goes into, sports or whatever. It's just groupthink. And so that's what the whole thing was really about. And there'll be points as we come up. We'll be talking about some of the other aspects of like some of the dialogue and how it relates to other things. But
well,
yeah,
Eric Idle in an interview said they read the New Testament because it is set in those times, and he said, yeah, there was no problem with Jesus or any of that. The whole point of the thing was people blindly following religions or cults or whatever. So it was all about, blindly following, which is really what the movie is.
Yeah, well, when you get to that point in the movie, where Brian, he's just after a girl. That was his only mission. And then he somehow, just by happenstance, attracted followers. And he didn't want them, but they really wanted him. They wanted a Messiah. And he was like, I'm not it.
Yeah.
And here we go. This is a meaningful structure here, I should say.
Chairman of the board is in.
Common people.
Yes. Late and drunk.
That's all right. And then, some... yeah, I mean, the animations, you got to see it outright, but I just couldn't show it because, copyright and all that. It's the title track of the film and everything. And, unfortunately, you got to do it slide by slide. But it was a great song at the intro. It was kind of reminiscent of that time period, the 70s, and also like how a Bond film would start with like a bit of a pop song. It really sounded like that. And the song was great because it's going through the stages of growth. A baby named Brian, then a child named Brian, and then a teenager named Brian, and his face became spotty. His face became... Yeah, it's awesome. I wish I could play it, but I can't. And there we go. There's like the Purple Lotus opening up. And
directed by Terry Jones.
I heard some audio there. Was that Ray?
It was. It was. Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I mean, that'll help make things more interesting. People.
I know. I've got some like voice clips lying around. I'm just trying to find out which ones are appropriate for it.
Ray. Yeah, like in the last one where Luke's yelling for her when she's getting pulled away. Oh my God. I was like, he's probably doing this tongue in cheek for how, what's his name? Finn used to call after. So anyway, here we are, finally through all that. Judea, AD 33. And I think, they went real historical here because technically between before the Common Era and the Common Era, or BC and Annum Domini, basically the year zero, actually, I guess, they worked it out that was actually at the birth of Jesus, and then the death of Jesus would be somewhere around AD 33. And so,
Correct.
pretty,
And this is the Sermon on the Mount.
yep. Although Saturday afternoon, good to know that. Good to know that.
Tea time.
About tea time. And it's
You know,
certainly looking
Jesus
like
likes
that.
his tea.
Well, I mean, it's that time of day where you get this glow to the light and the sunlight. And this is like something where you see, what's going on? And it's Jesus. There'll be some people hearing the Sermon on the Mount that may have been in the back and couldn't quite hear things well.
Well, I think it was the people with big noses.
Yeah. When I first saw this as a kid, I was like, big noses. So which ones have the big noses? I think it went back and forth. All right. So there she is. Brian's mom. Speak up! Speak up!
He
Quiet,
wants to go
Mom.
get stoned. I mean, to a stoning.
Yeah. Let's go to stoning. You can go to a stoning anytime, Mom. And this guy's got a wife that doesn't like him picking his nose. And he's still picking it. I watched this again this week, and it's like, oh man. He's still after it. Okay, it looks like I'm at the end of these slides, so I'm going to move.
Uh-oh.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to remove these so we don't have them disappear on us. Scratching. I was scratching it. Yeah. I don't know about that. Yeah, that's a shame that I can't see the dialogue.
Why can you not see it?
Because I have forward and backwards buttons on my screen, so I can go forwards and backwards on the slides, and it's right there where I have the subtitles. I forgot about that this thing comes in right where the subtitles are, and it's like, oh.
They put this movie on cassette. Wow.
VHS. Yeah, Brown's comment makes me think of, when you got a favorite album and you can't stop listening to it, and then you kind of kill it after a while and you can't listen to it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you burn out.
Yeah, this was, it was released in 1979. So the first time we could see it at home is when, I don't know if it went to Betamax before VHS or not, but, my first was
Oh,
VHS.
you said it was audio cassette.
Wow.
Yeah, they put that out on, the record of the film or whatever.
Well, also just with the great skits, basically you could see it once and then just hear the skits after that, and
Exactly.
it takes you right back to the film. So anyway, Big Nose. I mean, you can read off any lines you want there, Mike.
I guess you need somebody to, huh?
Yeah, I'm just flying by. All I can be is like a clicker. That's all I am
Well,
tonight.
that's
I'm
good.
a
You're
clicker.
going at a good pace. We might get through this tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm going to keep going. You provide the entertainment. I'll just keep clicking.
Well, sometimes when the stuff at the bottom of the screen comes up, it's a little bit hard to see.
Well,
The chat
Where's
is
my wife?
very active today.
the chat is active, so
Welcome
Lies is
on
all
back.
over that.
Yes.
Well, there's Eric Idle's character there, like going on this guy about his big nose. We have the Howells there. Thurston Howell and his wife are there. The shall we say the more Semitic versions of them, and so that's what's going on. And then the guy on the left is like I don't know. I'll just call him Disco Dan or whatever, and his
Oh,
wife.
wow. Streaming
complaining about his
services
nose.
banned this film.
Streaming services banned it.
Yeah, Bayona says you better keep your VHSs.
Oh, well, I mean, that way you could keep it the original. But yeah, I got the VHSs. I got the DVDs too. when they came out, I was able to get them. They weren't that expensive. So anyway, yeah. I also have The Meaning of Life. That will be coming one of these days.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
Have
So
I seen
anyway.
that one? I don't remember.
I
seeing
haven't shown you that one yet. That one
Okay.
tends to wander a little bit. That one, I mean, The Meaning of Life is not very straightforward.
It's like a bunch of sketches altogether, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really more. Yeah, it's not cohesive like this.
I
Oh.
love the artsy part where the guy comes out with 2 faucets on his nipples. And there's someone with like extra long hands and they turns them on and off.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
I think Eliza's really looking forward to seeing that now.
Ah,
So anyway,
Hey,
these guys
got a
are
big nose. Could you be quiet, please? What was that?
so they're
Don't
having
know.
an
He's
argument
talking
about
big nose. I think it was blessed all the cheesemakers.
but no, someone quite rightfully points that out. It's not meant to be taken literally.
What's
It
so
refers
special
to all
about the
manufacturers of. It refers to all manufacturers of dairy products.
cheesemakers? Exactly.
And,
Of dairy products, though.
Yeah.
See, if you hadn't been going on, we'd have heard that big nose.
I'm gonna thump them.
I'll smash your bloody face in.
Yeah.
Might better keep listening. Might be a bit about the blessed all the big noses. Oh, lay off him!
It's great. We got a Brit on the panel tonight, but we have the guy from Tennessee doing the accent.
duh.
That's right, y'all.
Cool
It's
beans.
really from Ohio, so
Awesome.
Ohio.
now the foul language came in. I'll take you to the fucking cleaners.
Yes. There must have been at least somebody on the fringes of the crowd for the Sermon on the Mount that were a bit unruly. I don't know if they were picking their nose.
The gate crashers. I
So
wasn't
anyway,
going to pick my nose. I was going to thump him.
yeah.
Or the Greek. The Greek who talk like Britons. Apparently,
Yeah.
he'll inherit the earth.
Yes.
Ooh, Scott's here. Welcome, Scott.
Hey,
Welcome, Scott. Scott is a rock
Yes.
star in the chat.
Welcome, Scott.
So anyway, man, did they get to the point where it's like, oh, it's the meek?
No, where he's about to slug him.
Yeah, he's about to slug this
There
guy.
you go. Oh, it's the meek. Blessed on the meek.
Oh, I'm so glad for them. They had such an awful time.
They have a
Or
hell
a
of
hell of a time, whatever. I love that. And the dialogue is so deadpan. It sounds exactly like someone would say. It's like, oh, that's nice. I'm glad the meek gets something. You know? Dialogue is so awesome. And, yeah. I have not much to say because I can't see what's being said.
So telling
Yours.
Gilliam on the left there.
Big brother.
Yeah. But, man,
They're
yeah,
just
that was nice.
they're going on about the big noses.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't that long in the movie. Right, this is your last warning. Oh, do pipe down.
Well, when someone's not clicking ahead slides, it tends to flow better. You know.
Now you're going good.
Oh, yeah, they get into a fight.
Silly bitch getting in the way.
And then, you know, it's one of those great Python fights. 'Cause you
Come
see
on, let's
people-
go to the stoning.
Yeah, you just see
Alright.
people flailing around and stuff. And okay, here we go. Time to go to the stoning.
It's time to go to the stoning.
And we find out that that's a pretty popular event. Very popular with women. And, on the way to the stoning, he sees these guys.
There they are.
Later find out that that's the People's Front of Judea. Not to be confused with the Judean People's Front
That's right.
or the Judean People's Popular Front. It's the
Exactly.
People's Front of Judea. And that's Judith there. And she catches Brian's eye. And forevermore, that becomes his mission for the rest of the film.
Yes.
He didn't want to
Yes.
become he didn't want to be in front of Judea, but
You saw
anyway,
an
they're
African
talking
woman
stuff.
lost mom.
They're talking stuff, and those guys are still fighting, and the Romans are just kind of like standing around looking at them. It's time to kind of like calm things down. Yeah, that's what you need Romans for, some crowd control. And so,
Exactly.
walking off with Mom, time to go to the stoning. But you don't want to get stoned at a stoning.
And you don't want to be a woman.
No, you got to take care of that. And there's a little bit of it's Monty Python, so it wouldn't be Monty Python without some
Beard, madame.
cross-dressing. Got to have some cross-dressing. Yeah, and there's ma'am, would you like a beard? It's like the authorities got to know these guys are there selling fake beards. All right, that's quality there. So yeah. Selling fake beards because women are not allowed to go to stonings. And
He's selling stones.
yeah, he's also selling stones. I mean, especially the ones.
Feel the quality of that. That's craftsmanship.
You know, you need one with flat edges. You know, that'll do.
All right, we'll have two with points and a big flat one.
Yeah.
Could I have a flat one, Mom? I'm sorry, Dad. 2 points, 2 flats, and a packet of gravel.
2 points. 2 yeah. Well, you know.
It's really dark humor.
Well, I when listening to the interview today, they were saying, you know, in sections like this, or especially at the end with the crucifixions, they said the commentary there is not about pain, and that's why they kind of left out any of the torturing or anything like that. The commentary there is more on death as like, you know, the transition of death, and so it's not focusing on the pain of it.
Right.
And in many ways, you got to kind of take that out. Otherwise, it's like you can't.
And always look on the bright side of life.
Yeah. Or death. And you can't, you know.
Because
Can't
life's
focus
a
on the
shit
thing.
when you think of it.
Oh, yeah. I like in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it's like, well, if your life hasn't been good thus far, then one thing to look forward to is it's about to end.
Yeah.
So anyway, here we go. We have all this.
Here we are at the Stony.
It seems to be disorderly, but there we go. Good old John Cleese is going to keep some order here. So anyway, yeah, I guess I can't really participate in community theater here because I can't see.
Well, right now there's no word. Yeah.
Well, there's the Romans.
Gone.
There's the Romans. They're just kind of like hanging out watching this.
They're like, yeah, is it 5 o'clock yet? Wife's got dinner on.
Yeah. And there we go. There's the guy that's going to be stoned. Forget what his name was.
He came to get stoned.
Mm-hmm. And everybody's got a fake beard, basically.
It's all women.
Yeah, and they're all, and you can hear the voices like, hey! It's all high pitched.
Matthias, son of Deuteronomy. I can't say that.
Yeah, Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy. There we go.
Deuteronomy.
I can't say it 5 times fast.
No, I couldn't either. So anyway.
We'll move on to the next one. do I say yes?
Yes.
You have been found guilty by the elders of the town
For what, I wonder?
of uttering the name of our Lord,
In
and so, as a blasphemer, love
as
that
a
face.
blasphemer,
Blasphemer.
as if the word.
I like the look he.
Yeah, it's like the word was
What?
an attack in and of itself. It's a blasphemer.
It's like, what the heck?
Well,
You ought
and
to
of
be
course,
stoned to death.
and all the ladies are ready. They're into it.
What a way to go.
Well,
Look,
he decides.
I had a lovely supper, and all I said to my wife was, that piece of halibut was good enough for Jehovah.
Yeah, I guess you can't say Jehovah.
You cannot utter the name of our Lord. Really? Are there any women here today?
And that's where you hear, no, no, no. You know, they all drop their voices real quick.
And look down. No, no, no.
I don't think there would be any men there. Just maybe Brian.
And John Cleese.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Very well. By virtue of the authority vested in me. And they throw one. We haven't started yet.
It's like, oh, lay off. We haven't.
Come on.
started.
Who threw that?
Who threw that?
Who threw that stone? Come on.
She did. Man,
He
she
did,
did.
he did.
She did.
He did. We do have some media clips coming up.
Love these faces, man. John Cleese is just classic.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I thought we started.
Sorry, I thought we started. It was like decreasing in octaves as it said the words. If you see any chats you want to point out, please go ahead.
She's got him. She's rolling with the chats. She's got him going.
Be rolling, 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 rolling. Okay, so what do we have here?
River. Oh, next slide.
I'm trying.
We want
Is
to
it
know what
going forward?
happened, man. What happens?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm already at the end of our second set.
Aha!
I was just clicking go and it wasn't going anywhere, so we're good.
Go to the back. Oh, dear.
Go to the back. There's always one, isn't there? And, yeah, she unfortunately has to go to the back. Although I liked her beard. Nice and red.
Yes, it was. Very nice. Very nice.
Always one.
Now, where were we? I don't think it ought to be blasphemy just saying Jehovah.
You're only making it worse for yourself.
Making it worse.
I love that.
How could it be worse?
And then he starts dancing around.
Jehovah, Jehovah, Jehovah.
I love the dances they do in this.
I'm warning you, if you say Jehovah one more,
Then he gets pegged.
he gets pounded.
And he's like,
Who threw that?
who threw that? And then once again, they have to kind of like disguise their voices. All right, who threw that? Who threw that? And Cleese is great because he's just stomping around, dancing around.
Him. Was it you?
I
Yes.
thought.
Well, you
No,
did
that
say
would be-
Jehovah.
And then they start pounding her. Clue, don't say the word. Start throwing rocks at her, and
He's
then
back there laughing.
he's still ducking.
Cleese is ducking. The other guy's laughing.
He might get out of this. All right. Now, he's got a plan
One
here.
is to until he blows the whistle, and I
Yep.
want to make this absolutely clear. Even if they do say Jehovah.
No, I guess not clear enough.
Nope.
Basically gets pelted, and then
This
they
part I
come in
love.
with the closer. Squash. Oh my goodness. Man, yeah, slides don't do it justice. And the Romans are just
And the
like,
guards are just like, it's 5 o'clock yet.
like these guys are nuts. Ah, and then here we go. We
They
have,
just cut away.
yeah, it looks like a Roman senator, or it could be a Caesar.
But did they
of some
cut the
kind.
guy loose or what? We never find out.
I didn't resolve his story.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Have I got a
And
big nose, Mom?
then Caesar's getting wheeled around as a statue. I believe it. And we get to see some crucify there on the way. I guess under construction or something. But,
Bones.
a lot of scenery. And there we go. There's
A leper.
and we actually have this guy. This is
Hey,
Media
number
Clip
one.
1. Media Clip 1.
Woo!
So let me load up the media clip and we'll play it. This one I decided we'll share. Now, I should make this warning here for folks. If for some reason you're watching this in the rewind, if some of these clips are missing, I will leave a comment and pin it to the top with links to the stream or the recorded stream on Rumble and Odyssey. Because we never know beforehand if some of the clips can be included or not, because there's really no firm guidance on that. So if this may be in the playback later, but if you don't see a Monty Python clip from the film coming up next, then that means look down in the comments for the pinned comment to the top. It'll take you to the same video on Rumble or Odyssey, so that they haven't been cutting this. So but YouTube, it may have to be cut out. We don't know.
We don't know.
I did my best keeping them kind of short that I don't think they'll get cut out.
Give the disclaimer. Any resemblance to Monty Python's Life of Brian is strictly coincidental.
Yep. In your excellent. Oh man.
Clean your room.
And I just love the style of that, just the dancing around.
Oh yeah, Michael Palin.
Yeah. And then he went on to do some great directing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
The Fisher King, I think he directed that. No, or was that just Terry Gilliam?
I think that was Gilliam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Fisher King. Yeah, and then A Fish Called Wanda.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Going into the house. And what do they find in the house? Oh, there's a Roman centurion there. And that's where Mama has to explain to Brian. Oh, here's a trivia question. Do you know what Brian's mother's name is?
I do not.
I don't think they say it. It's just apparently in the script, and I learned it today on an interview. Well, since I don't think they say it in the film at all. It's called Mandy, Mother of Brian.
Mandy, mother of Brian.
So she's Mandy. And they were commenting about, the selection of the name Brian. They said that would be a great name they just felt it's a great name for somebody who's, I guess, could be a little bit naive and so forth. And, they also coupled it with some other names like Kevin and Trev. Like, I know Trev. All right. So anyway, she's got to explain to Brian that, she sees him being pissed off about the Romans, but she's got to explain to him that, you know what? You're part Roman. Of course, I can't see the subtitles, so I think we're somewhere there.
She's explaining.
Yeah.
Well, when you were asking my nose, there's a reason it is like it is.
Well, that's the question. It's like,
I should have told
I'm-
you a long time ago. Oh, Brian.
Now, the nose thing.
Mr. Cohen.
You got to be careful with that.
He's going to find out. He's going to find out. She's going to tell him. He was a Roman, Brian. He was a centurion in the Roman army. You mean you were raped? Well, at first, yes. Naughty as Maximus. Promise me what he did.
Promise me all the gold that I could eat.
Slaves, asses, milk. As much gold as I could eat.
I got that face there because that was perfect.
Then he was having his way with me. Boom! Like a rat out of an aqueduct.
The bastard.
So next time you go on about the bloody Romans,
Just remember you're a Roman.
I'm not a Roman, Mum. And I never will be. I'm a kite. Again. I'm kosher.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thanks for getting the stream demonetized. Red Sea pedestrian, I think we could get away with, but that's about it.
Sex, sex, sex. That's all they think about.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Have to enjoy loneliness and sex and sex and sex and sex. Look at me. Oh, that's the Stones. Different Stones. And here we are at the Colosseum.
Now, I guess they must have had a Colosseum in Jerusalem of some kind, but I thought the Colosseum was in Italy. Well, anyway. There we go. I wonder where they filmed.
I was thinking that as well. Because that's a hell of a set to build, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And they didn't have AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, or CGI. Yeah.
Imagine having that job.
Yeah. Not the best. And then it's like
Probably
subtle
doesn't pay
stuff.
well either.
You're getting the announcements, and the person here finds an arm and starts trying to take the ring off the arm.
Wow.
It
Just keeps getting darker. God. My God.
well, that's because we don't hear the dialogue. I mean, if you hear the dialogue, it doesn't feel that dark. But yeah, I mean, well, I can imagine that. I mean, I would be, if I was doing some sort of film that was tongue in cheek or commentary on this period, I would, kind of lay into how, brutal life was,
Mm-hmm.
and how valueless it was. All right, you on mic if you don't mind. I think we'd like to hear the sound of Brian.
Jaguars
Selling some-
earlobes.
Jaguar's earlobes.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
some yummy stuff here, man.
Yeah, I don't remember all of it. I just remember the wolf nipple chips. They're lovely.
That must be next. I don't think unless I missed that one.
Oh no, it's definitely one of them. Otter's noses.
There we are, wolf nipple chips. Get them while they're hot. They're lovely.
Oh, Mr. Brown. Woof.
Something pretzels.
Yes, Mr. Brown does like himself some. Well, he's vegan now, so I don't think he can do the wolf nipple
Only half a
chips
dinar.
anymore.
It's a great name for a band.
Dromedary
Wolf
pretzels.
nipple chips.
And there they are. And there she is.
The people's front of Judea. And of course, he's looking at her, and it's like, okay, what can I do? You gotta, if you want to get to know her, you gotta get in with the friends. And of course, they're talking here.
Well, they're watching. She's talking.
Yeah.
Agreed, Francis.
Yeah.
Now we
Well,
come to
she's
three.
Judith. Francis is on the right there. That's Michael Palin's character. And then on the left is Stan, soon to be Loretta. In fact, in this conversation, that will be Loretta. And I wanted to do this one as a community theater thing, but I can't see. So take it away, Mike.
Well, I think Judith's point of view is very valid. Reg? But see, when the things pop up and the name, there it goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Elias has got another one right there. Flav.
Yeah, when the name blocks part of the line. So
Yeah, the chat doesn't need us to read them off. They're just doing it all themselves.
It's all good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
All right, and
So I have a what do they call that? Partial blocked view. You have a total blocked view.
yeah. So go on ahead, man.
Right.
I guess as soon as we get one of the key lines that's coming
Or a
up.
woman. Now we're getting into the woman part.
Oh, okay, because they're having a discussion about business here and Stan
himself or herself. Agreed. Thank you, brother. Or sister. Or sister.
it's like everything he says.
Where was I? I think you're finished. Oh, right. It's the birthright of every man or woman. Why don't you shut up about women, Stan? You're putting us off. Women have a perfect right to play a part in our movement. Why are you always on about women, Stan? I want to be one.
This is why it's not on streaming services.
They were so ahead of
Probably
the game, weren't they?
forget everything else. What? I want to be a woman. From now on, I want you to call me Loretta.
What?
Are we at the end of the slides?
Is that the end?
I don't know. You're
I can't see. The only thing. Okay. Yeah, I'll just assume it is. Let's try this.
Well, just stop. What? It's my right as a man.
This is great. We're
That's
just reading off Monty Python, one line at a time.
Well, why do you want to be Loretta, Stan?
That's Judith asking that, an actual woman.
I want to have babies.
Now that's one thing that we could say is pretty. I don't know. That's a pretty tall order, shall we say?
You want to have babies? It's every man's right to have babies if he wants them. But you can't have babies. Don't you oppress me. I'm not oppressing you, Stan. You haven't got a womb. Where's the fetus gonna gestate? You gonna keep it in a box?
And then Loretta starts breaking down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, our chat, Mr. Brown, has center stage.
He's right on it, man.
And Flav, he's on it too. He's on the
He's
case.
on it too, and Liza's on it, getting him up there. Haven't heard Liza in a while.
The chat's busy, folks. The chat is busy.
So many different ironies here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, isn't that interesting today? And I heard it first on Mr. Brown Alliance earlier this evening. Link in the description that there was a Supreme Court case in the UK, and
In the UK?
yeah. Well, they have a Supreme Court too, I guess.
Well, I know. I'm just do tell.
Well, if I got it right, they did have a case deciding. I don't know specifically, but around about the thing is that women are women.
Uh-huh.
So that's
Okay.
that's good. So
Yeah.
anyway, all right. So we'll move on here, and I guess that's how some people maybe look right now. You know, like Loretta, face
She's
in
got an
hand.
idea. Suppose you agree that he can't actually have babies.
Which is nobody's fault.
Not having a womb, which is nobody's fault, not even the Romans,
No.
but that he can have the right to have babies.
Now,
Good idea,
Reg-
Joe.
Yes, that was a good one there. On Francis thinks that's a good idea, but Reg is not convinced.
I'm going to have to take this on the road, man. Mike Mountain Hawk Gorley does Monty Python's Life of Brian solo.
Solo, yeah. Sorry to have you hanging out there, but I can't see it, and Swappers is too busy.
Well, no, I'm
making,
thinking I might be able to take this on the road. I'll have to practice, a little bit.
and Swapper's got to get, I guess, chapter 6 done, or
Well, that's on hiatus for a couple of hours. I'm going to finish that later.
oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
It's close.
I
It's
got
really
all
close.
caught up on that. Quite enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next
Oh,
chapter.
glad you did
Me
it.
too. Yes.
Yeah, it's really heating up. So, folks, yeah, definitely. I do have the link in the description, but you could also just search YouTube for Star Wars Retold. 3 words, and you'll get the channel.
It's going to really heat up in the next chapter or two. So,
Ooh, good.
No, and it's been heating up. I mean, the
It's
dialogues.
been warming up. Now it's
Okay.
going to heat up.
it is.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, is this a line? Well, yeah, every chat that goes up, you can't read the line.
Sorry, Mike.
Oh.
Just getting the chat. up here. Yeah.
Mr. Brown again. Maybe Mr. Brown could just type in the subtitles for us, and then that way
Yeah.
you could just
Oh,
keep
no.
flashing.
We shall fight the oppressors for your right to have babies, brother, sister.
Yeah, well, he said brother, but then he had to
What's
correct
the
himself to sister.
point? What? What's the point of fighting for his right to have babies
When he can't have.
when he can't have babies? It's symbolic of our struggle against oppression.
Oh my God, this is so bloody relevant today, isn't it?
The sad thing is, it is. Oh, we got a 2.
Oh, wait a
Get
minute.
to
Oh,
take a
here.
break. No, yeah, right there. We got a 2.
Oh, yeah, there is a 2. All right, we
Yay.
got media clip 2 ready to go. And I felt like the end of this needed to be done the old-fashioned way. Just play it. So here we go. And once again, folks, if this is clipped out for any reason on the rewind, look down in the, and then they just yell splitter. Oh my God. But that is another point that is made throughout this thing, and you see it come up later. It's that old thing of divide and conquer, where you have a common oppressor, but the revolutionaries are fighting amongst each other rather than uniting against the common enemy. And Ryan does point that out later. Well, anyway, after some running around, the scary guy in the gladiator ring thinks he's having cardiac arrest, and he falls down. Romans are not happy. No, but they rarely are. And there we go. The guy that ran away lived to tell the tale. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I'd run away.
And there they are.
And they're clapping. They're
From Judea.
yeah.
Brian Cohen.
Brian, go. We might have a little job for you, Brian.
There you go. Now you're seeing it.
And there's the job. Oh, got to be quick there. I think no nudity on YouTube.
Oh, why not?
It's
I
a
could-
statue.
I couldn't be sure it was a statue or not. I was like, is that
It's a statue.
someone that painted themselves? And stood there?
No,
Okay.
No, he
All right.
didn't make the paint, though.
no performance art. Well, not yeah.
Not at this point.
Not at this
I
point.
did properly censor the other ones coming up. So anyway, there we go. His job is to write Romans Go Home, but he has a few problems with Latin. And I remember in high school, I was in Latin class. I took 4 years of it. And we're about to get some education on how to
Well,
write
there we go.
Romans Go Home in Latin. So if you ever want to say Romans Go Home in Latin, you're about to learn how to do it. And away we go.
What is
Play.
his name? Nautius Maximus.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Clip 3 is where we're at. Sorry about that, folks. Man. The garden, man. The garden. And yeah, we're gardening today, and it was like,
Archer, you sing in medieval Latin. What music do you sing in medieval Latin?
ooh.
I want to know because I also sing in medieval Latin.
Ooh.
Well, that you described it as archaic Italian.
Well, I do archaic Italian, but also medieval Latin. I mean,
What's
I
the
did
difference
the
between the two?
well. Latin is Latin and Italian is Italian.
Yeah,
They
but
have their-
medieval Latin. Well, I guess it's like the church Latin compared to the properly pronounced Latin. Like classic Latin is different than the church pronunciation of Latin.
Well, the archaic Italian was colloquial stuff, and the spellings and the pronunciations are different than from Latin as it was really spoken. So there's a big difference between that and Latin.
Okay.
Yeah, all you have to, I mean, I don't know a lot of it. I just know Petrarca's Canzoniere, and that was
Not to be confused with the consigliere. Oh man, we loved that in high school Latin. I don't actually remember any of the Latin from high school. Long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, I can see I'm the only one left here. All right, so
yeah, we're still here, just displaying the chat. Chat's busy. Chat is busy.
Not me. I stepped out for a second.
well,
It's
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
this
Yeah.
may be a two-parter, Mister. It's just
really?
yeah, it's been a long day. People are hungry.
You mean you?
Oh God.
Well, I have 13 sets of slides, and we are on 4.
Wow.
yeah, part 2.
I mean, there's so much to talk about. You want people to, the panel to be at its best
Panel, yeah, and I know tonight I'm
for
feeling
this
like,
for
yeah.
this
Well,
movie.
I'm not at my best. I mean, Mike's thunder, man. He was great.
Mike is ready to go.
Well,
Which
I'll
is
have
very
you know.
surprising. I should be very tired and ready to go to bed is what I should be.
Well, yeah. Well, no, you had a serious day. I mean, even though we were just kind of gardening, the thing with us is that Florida is starting to turn on the summer heat now.
It's
So we're
hot.
just like,
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
hot.
Even though we're in North Florida, it's still hot. Yeah, we're like about I don't know, half hour from Georgia.
Really, just half an hour. Well, I got good friends in Georgia, so I know exactly how hot it gets.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
It is.
It's the
It's hard,
humidity,
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
not just the heat.
Well, I'm on this screen because here we have a point where it says the cock crows, but that was no cock. The person may have had a cock, but it was not a cock. It was somebody going cock-a-doodle-doo. So that was yeah. There we go. That was my impression. So anyway, Brian is getting tired. He's tired too. Imagine that. He was writing Romans Go Home all night long. And they say, don't do it again. Now, I'm wondering, there was probably, did they might have painted that on the film, like all that, because I don't know if they wanted to go through all that work, or that could be a model, actually. Yeah, that could be a model, but
It could be. They could have just done the ones at the bottom and then kind of painted the ones over like on acetate or something and laid it over the shot.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that was serious stuff. Oh yeah. And then the guards change. It's the shift change, and the guards come up and they're like, "What the hell?" And so they started chasing Brian because they saw him there as the only culprit. He goes hiding away, and then he sees near there is Judith. At least her eyebrows don't connect. Had to check that.
That is true.
Yep. So anyway, we're back at the hiding place of the People's Friend of Judea, and they are going over their plans to kidnap Pontius Pilate's wife, sneak up to her bedroom and kidnap her. And
They're very happy about it.
yes, they're discussing their plans.
What exactly are the demands?
Yeah, what are the demands? Once you kidnap her, you got to issue your demands.
We're giving Pilate two clays or days to dismantle the entire Roman imperialist state.
I think it's days.
It is, but it was clays, but it should be days. And if he doesn't agree immediately, we'll execute her. Jolly good. Cut her head off. Cut all her bits off. Send them back on the hour, every hour. Show them we're not to be trifled with.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be trifled with either.
Of course.
Okay. All right. And so they have that going on, and
Anybody
now I
begging
can.
you to stop in the chat there, Liza? By the way,
I'm sorry, I missed that, Mike. What's up?
I said, is anybody? Because I'm doing all this. I'm not watching the chat. I said, is anybody begging me to stop?
No, Mike, you're doing a fantastic job.
Okay. All right. Well, they've let us white, the bastards. They've taken everything we had.
Oh, this is the famous discussion coming up here. What have the Romans done for us?
And not just from us, from our fathers and our fathers' fathers. And from our fathers' fathers' fathers. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can keep this up for 13 of these, though.
I think we'll make it to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, at least I have them all made up for next week. So this week I can work on music and release some videos on
Yeah,
that.
see, there you go. Give yourself a break.
Yeah.
You deserve a break. No, that's something else.
Give
And
me
from
a
our
break.
fathers.
Yeah, okay.
All right, don't labor the point.
Yeah, Mike.
And what have they ever given us in return?
What have the Romans ever done for us?
The aqueduct? What? The aqueduct?
Aqueduct.
Oh, yeah. They did give us that. That's true, yeah. And the sanitation? Oh, yeah, the sanitation, Reg. Remember what the city used to be like?
Can only imagine. Yeah, Mike is waiting for the.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. We need to give our chat their
And-
voice. We need to give them our voice. you know?
Yes. Yes, we must.
Yeah. If they don't have a voice, then what happens? What
That's
happens to the
right.
people? They'll revolt.
Exactly. We got to have our priorities, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything. Mike is doing the heavy lifting here.
And the roads.
And the
Yeah,
roads,
obviously the roads.
Yeah, obviously the roads. That
I mean,
goes
the
without
roads
saying.
go without saying, don't they?
Yeah. Yep. They do. And
But apart from the sanitation, the aqueduct, and the roads, what? Oh, irrigation, medicine,
yeah.
education. Yeah, all right, fair enough. And the wine. That's something we'd really miss, Reg, if the Romans left.
Yeah.
Public baths.
For
And it's
private
safe to
ones.
walk in the streets at night now.
Yeah, that's important for Loretta.
Yes. Let's face it, they're the only ones who could in a place like this. All right, but apart from the sanitation, medicine, education, wine, public order,
Sorry.
irrigation, roads, the fresh water system, and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us? Brought peace? Oh, peace, shut up.
Yeah.
This is quite funny because there was a sketch in the 1980s on the BBC that mimicked this whole sequence in the film about the TV license for the BBC.
Uh-huh.
John Cleese is in a bar saying, "What have the BBC ever done for us?" And these people keep saying everything, you know. And I look back on it now, and I just think the BBC. Oh no, please no. But back then they were half decent, you know, bastion of British entertainment. We only had like 4 channels or 3 channels at the time, so they're actually giving us quite a fair amount. But my God, how they've fallen in recent years.
Oh, well, I mean,
Everything's
I
fallen in recent
I
years.
just know that I preferred British comedy over like American comedy all the time, you know. And we got it on PBS, but it would always be a few years later, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was in the mid 90s that I discovered Red Dwarf, and I was like, oh, that was awesome.
It's just a bit kind of more, I don't know, a bit more irreverent, a bit edgier, a bit sort of near the knuckle, a bit off the wall, whereas American humor tends to be very kind of formulaic and obvious, doesn't it, a lot of the time? You're very lucky
Yeah.
to get, you're lucky to get an American show or a Canadian show that can really kind of surprise you and come out of left field with a good joke or something
Oh, I
like,
know.
you know, Kids in the Hall and you know, oh God, I mean, there's been a few over the time. I can't think of that
Well,
many.
Yeah, I know. Like Liza and I, like now and then, every couple of years, we'll revisit something like, you know, I mentioned before, Waiting for God,
Yeah.
and like an older one called The Good Life.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
was
the
awesome.
good life, yeah.
Yeah, it was only like a couple of years, I think, like 2 seasons or something like that, but it was really good.
There's a few around these days. I mean, there's the Canadian one, which is really good, which is Letterkenny. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No,
No.
I haven't.
Look that one up. Very, very, very good. Very good. So there's a recommendation. And there was one in there was one in the 80s with Rick Moranis in it. These like two brothers. I can't remember what it was called, but there were a couple of Canadian guys with their own kind of Wayne's World show type thing. That was really good as
Oh,
well.
well,
Oh,
the Canadian show that I liked was Red Green. It was about the Possum Lodge. It was like a men's lodge that they had, and
The possum.
and it was all sorts of crazy stuff that they did. Like he had like some sort of like almost like a tool time thing, and but he was just like, oh, he would just eyeball everything, anything that he could take a shortcut on. He did. It was like ridiculously funny.
And don't forget the acolyte, says common people.
The
Well,
acolyte.
Well, yeah, you can never forget the acolyte. Jeez, we don't need reminding of the acolyte. In the 90s, there was obviously Friends was really big across the world, and I never enjoyed it at all.
I never. It never.
Never got into it.
No,
Wasn't
I mean,
funny.
and they had it on like repeat or whatever you call that, syndication. So you'd pass by it all the time, and I'd just be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. No, it's not funny.
I tried watching it. I just couldn't figure out why people found it funny. And there were people buying the box sets, video, VHS. You know, I was thinking, I do not understand this at all. And there was a UK, not a UK version of it, but a UK comedy show that wasn't a billion miles away from that idea. But it was just based on three people that lived in a house. And this was on BBC Two in like mid to late 90s. And it was one of the funniest things still to this day that I've ever seen. I'll try and send you something, a clip or an episode or something, called Game On. And it was very kind of near the knuckle British humour after the Watershed kind of thing. But my God, the jokes were so funny in that. And every episode I was belly laughing out loud at it and how risque they got with the comedy. And it was a really kind of original idea as well. But, you know, and then you look back at Friends and you just think, this is so milquetoast. And by comparison, how can people like this, you know?
Yeah, and even like Seinfeld for me wasn't great. The best part about it was Kramer, of course, but
Yeah.
he was about the only thing that was funny.
Yeah,
The other ones just annoyed me.
I didn't understand the humor behind Seinfeld nor Friends. I didn't get it. Didn't understand it. I always thought it was.
it was a show about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it had some good moments, definitely, but you know that like character, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I mean, her character just bothered me, and of course George bothered me too. But I don't know. Anyway,
All I know is when I was a young boy in the 70s, about the time the flying circus was about, I was a young boy in Michigan at my grandfather and grandmother's house. They had a basement with a TV set.
Oh wow!
And I'm watching PBS.
yeah,
Nice.
On comes Monty Python, the Flying Circus.
Yeah.
And I laughed my ass off. And I've been a fan ever since.
yes,
Yeah.
Nobody
That's
upstairs,
hilarious.
the adults did not know what the young boy was doing in the basement.
Oh my gosh! What would they have done if they caught you watching the flying circus?
I don't know, but I about shit, man, because, you know, they had nudity. I was like,
Oh yeah!
whoa.
Oh, you would have been in big trouble. Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
on PBS. Ooh. Yeah. I just remember basically rolling on the floor laughing for the half hour,
Just
whatever.
watching PBS, Grandma.
yeah. Around
Yeah.
that time period,
It's
we also
it's an educational program.
Yes, Grandma.
How old were you at this point, Mike?
Oh shit, man! Probably like 10 or 11.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he
That's-
would have been in big trouble.
No,
'Cause
I
a lot-
probably would have been like 12 or 13. 'Cause
Yeah.
something like that. I mean,
lot
that's
of-
about when the Flying Circus was on. I was born in 1960.
Yeah. I was just a few years after you, but so we're not that far apart. But yeah, a lot. I mean, that's really young to find for a lot of people to find Monty Python's Flying Circus funny, isn't it? Because a lot of kids just wouldn't get the humor and wouldn't get the jokes, and
I
especially
like the accent.
okay,
I went to, you know, well, I still found it funny, but I
Yeah,
cannot
Monty
tell you
Python,
why.
they
I
have
cannot
their own
tell you why,
accent.
but when I went to Catholic school from like 2nd to 8th grade, and I believe I was in 5th grade, there was this dude that was born here but went over to, I guess his dad was stationed over there or something, but he was very young when he went over there, and he came back with a British accent. And I was just like, man, that is just the freaking coolest thing I've ever heard. You know? So big fan, you know. And the Australian, which is a take on it. So, you know.
A take on it.
Steve, well, you know, Steve Irwin, come on.
Yeah,
Yes,
Australians.
Steve Irwin, awesome. Yeah.
Australians love that.
I mean,
Yeah, you know, so
the comedy show is very. It's just so weird and off the wall and crazy.
oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's so intelligently written, and
Yeah.
the concepts of all the humor are just so smart. You know, and it takes a very intelligent mind to come up with the concept behind a lot of the sketches and a lot of the reasons behind
Right.
something. Like,
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
like to have
yeah.
an argument, please. I mean, how do you think stuff?
Oh,
like that?
yeah, that was an awesome.
Oh, exactly. Well, and some of the humor.
This isn't an argument. This is just meaningless contradiction. No, it isn't.
So clever, you know.
Well, and these were educated guys too. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very
Yeah.
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 It was that was all great, but what really attracted me to it was the really kind of I suppose you could call it dumb stuff, really, like, you know, the mice on the organ played by mallets on the table,
Yeah.
Oh,
and the military fairy sketch,
yeah.
where they're all prancing around and, you know, I'll scratch your eyes out, you know, that kind of thing. And,
Yeah, the zany off the wall.
yeah, and when the two guys standing on the deck dancing up and down to each other with fish. And
Yeah, the fish slap dance.
That's the stuff that really got me, you know. I just thought, where does that come from in their minds? How do they come up with this stuff, you know?
The funny walk.
Yeah,
Might be a little bit
yeah.
of marijuana involved.
There might have been drugs involved.
Yeah, but it was awesome stuff. And it took me a little bit longer, but I also liked Blackadder. But that one you have to be a little bit older to kind of like get
Yeah.
some of the concepts.
I adore
Right.
that. Yeah.
Well, and don't forget Cleese's Faulty Towers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you could have that on TV these days, like with
No.
Manuel. Oh,
no,
my God.
no.
And him slapping him.
Oh,
Well, the Flying Circus wasn't exactly.
I know.
Yeah, they never really worried too much about that kind of stuff.
no, not back then. Definitely not.
No,
No,
Not
and
at all.
I mean, some of them,
Well,
like
not
in the
now. Wasn't there something Cleese did? Oh, he did the spam. What is it, spam a lot? Cleese did something before he died, and there was a bit in there that they wanted him to leave out, and he said it was funny then, it's funny now. So fuck you.
Yeah. You know,
Classic Cleese.
I was looking up John Cleese. I don't remember. This was a while back on the internet, and apparently he made a lot of money doing keynote speeches for corporations and schools and stuff like that. And some of it is on YouTube. And for the life of me, a lot of what he says makes perfect sense. But when he delivers his speeches, it's like, is he being for real here, or is this a joke?
Mhm.
But it's funny, yet he's making some really poignant points. I don't know. Look up keynote speech for a corporation. He's talking about the value of creatives in the corporate world. That was the funniest, but he delivers it with you can't tell if the man is being facetious or not in some points, but it's like it's poignant. It's really, really great stuff, you know. And I'm like thinking, who would hire a guy like John Cleese to address an audience of I don't know. It some of this stuff is up on YouTube, and this is relatively recent stuff too. So yeah, check it out.
Wow. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll rampage onwards here. I'd like to at least get halfway, so we could do part 2 next week. What do we have going on here? Of course, I cannot see the words, but yes. They have to run and hide because there's a knock at the door. But fortunately, I think it turns out to be Judith and Brian, and it's like, oh, great, you know. So
What's
Judith
wrong?
Judith is a fan of him now because he he wrote these things in like 100-foot tall letters.
Yes. Okay, that's what it was. Corporate training.
Corporate training.
Yes. Yes. Find these videos on YouTube, people.
John Cleese, corporate training. All righty. And, well, it looks like we're already here at the throne room stuff, so that's good. Well, not the throne room. They want to sneak into the palace and get Pontius Pilate's wife. We never get to see Pontius Pilate's wife. We get to see Biggest Dickus, but we don't get to see Pontius Pilate's wife.
No.
There we
Bible
go.
talks about Biggest Dickus.
Oh, no, we get to see him.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, this is where they're sneaking in, and this is a lot of dark here. Sorry about that, folks. And then basically they're coming in, sneaking in. I mean, it's interesting stuff here, but
He
I
would
can't
not
read
be
it.
taking part in any terrorist action as he has a bad back.
Yes, Reg doesn't want to take part, so he's like, "Solidarity, brother." That's all he says. But yeah, it's kind of like there is a lot of commentary throughout this. It's like sometimes, the leaders of groups like this that, and I wouldn't say just like an organization like this, supposed terrorist organization or revolutionaries, but even in some things where, it's a group that really wants to push a certain initiative or something like that. A lot of times the leaders don't really want to do it. They just kind of want the leadership position, and they have, everyone else kind of like do the hard work. So anyway, they're sneaking in, and we get it's done great because it kind of like gives you the dialogue. Well, not the dialogue, the monologue. The voiceover tells you the plan as they're acting it out, going through the sewers. Don't wear your best sandals.
Yeah,
you want to be hurry. You want to hurry up because there's going to be a feast later this evening, so they hurry up and then.
Naughty.
Well, this is one of those naughty frescoes, and they're working on chiseling their way through, and that's where you come out right there. Perfect cut. Perfect cut. That's just like Terry Gilliam's animations too.
Yeah.
He used to have like, a lot of private parts with things coming in and out of them. Oh, yes. So they work their way out of there, and
there they are.
Yeah, there they are. And there are the other they pretty soon. Because as soon as they get out, there's two sets of torches there you see in the dark, and you hear the voices, and it turns out there's the People's Front of Judea, people we're following, and then some other group. I forget what they're called.
The People's Front of Judea.
No, these groups. These guys here. Who are you?
Judean People's Front?
The Judean People's Front versus the People's Front of Judea. So, they started talking, and it turns out that they have the same plan. When did you develop our plan?
We're
2 days ago.
Yep.
Well, one of the groups decided they came up with the idea first, and the other group says, "Well, no, you didn't," and it basically becomes a fight after that. And here we go. I guess since I should make a differentiation between some sections where maybe I shouldn't take every single slide. Well, you never know. You never know when Mike wants to do a community theater on a scene. But yeah, tonight we didn't do any.
Well, it helps if I unmute my microphone.
Yeah. But anyway, so they get in a fight.
Training videos. There's a whole bunch of them.
Well, maybe if we feel like this is getting a little bit slow, we can pop one of those in. Why not? So anyway, they get a little fight going here, and Brian's telling them, why don't we unite against the common enemy? But they don't listen to him. They just fight each other, and basically, fortunately, it's the lower-ranked members.
Of course. Reds has a bad back, remember?
Yeah. Well, it looks like Francis didn't go to, nor Loretta.
That's why I'm staying out of this scene. I have a bad back.
Yeah. Oh my God. Common People says,
Is the Free Galilee leader supposed to sound Welsh?
Sure, why not?
probably.
It's Monty Python. Anything's possible.
Well, later, Judith gets called a Welsh tart by Brian's mom,
Ay, ay, ay.
and she didn't sound Welsh. So anyway, yeah, I caught every slide of this fight. Well, anyway, there they are at the end, laying on the ground. They're all dead except for Brian, and unfortunately, Brian gets thumped.
Busted.
Yeah, they actually even have the word thump. And he falls to the ground, and he gets dragged into jail, into the dungeons that look quite medieval. You know,
They do.
I wonder if the Romans had dungeons.
You lucky bastard.
You lucky.
Who's that?
And then we
You
see-
lucky bastard.
Oh. There you go.
What? And there's Michael Palin.
Mm-hmm.
Proper little jailer's pet, aren't we? What do you mean? You must have slipped him a few shekels, eh? Slip him a few shekels? You saw him spit in my face. What wouldn't I give to be spat at in the face?
Spat in the face. Yeah, I love that one.
I sometimes hang awake at night, dreaming of being spat in the face.
Yeah. I know how you feel.
Don't we all? It's not exactly friendly. They had me in manacles.
Oh!
Oh, manacles? My idea of heaven is to be allowed to be put in manacles just for a few hours. They must think the sun shines out your arse, sonny. Lay off me, I've had a hard time. You've had a hard time. I've been in here 5 years. They only hung me the right way up yesterday, so don't you come around. All right. They must think you're Lord God Almighty.
Oh, not yet.
What will they do to me?
Oh, they'll
You'll probably
do
get away with crucifixion. Crucifixion? Yeah, first offense.
Oh, God.
Get away with crucifixion. It's best thing the Romans ever did for us. What? Oh, yeah. If we didn't have crucifixion, this country would be in a right bloody mess.
Well, we get to move on to the next one. Yeah, it's kind of like a little play on the whole, law and order person that thinks that it will never come to bite them.
Yeah.
Well, it has bit him, so I guess that's not quite it, but you know what I mean. It's like the kind of phrases we've heard before, though.
Yeah.
So anyway, get me out of here.
Guard. Nail them up, I say. Guard. Nail some sense into them.
Yep. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. What do you want? I want you to move me to another cell.
Keep clicking.
Oh, look at that bloody favoritism.
Yeah.
Shut up, you. Sorry. Now take my case. They hung me up here 5 years ago. Every night they take me down for 20 minutes. Then they hang me up again,
Man.
which I regard as very fair in view of what I done. And if nothing else, it taught me to respect the Romans.
Mm-hmm. Stockholm Syndrome.
And it taught me that you'll never get anywhere in this life unless you are prepared to do a fair day's work for a fair day's pay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shut up.
I can see why they put that in there, Monty Python, yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Pilot wants to see you.
That whole myth of a fair day's pay for a fair day's work.
Yeah.
Mm.
Come on. Pilot,
Yep.
what does he want to see me for? I think he wants to know which way you want to be crucified. Nice one, Centurion. Like it, like it. Shut up.
Yep. No one likes a brown noser.
That's right. Right. Terrific race, the Romans. Terrific.
Alrighty.
There we are.
Mm-hmm. This is Pontius Pilate's, I don't know, I guess kind of like a throne room, although he's just a governor. I guess governors have thrones. Uh-huh. And he's there
They're
with,
remodeling.
yeah, they're remodeling. And
Hail Caesar. Hail.
yeah, you get the whole, like, interior designer type of flair with Pontius Pilate. So anyway,
Only
they bring
one
in
survivor, sir.
throw
Throw
him
him
to the floor.
Throw him to the
Roughly.
floor. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
It helps being a lunatic.
They throw him to the floor.
help you
yet?
out, Mike, if I could, but I'm kind of like burnt myself out reading lines for an audio drama. So
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Oh man.
You
So-
surprised us with an awesome opening.
oh yeah,
That took care of it for the rest of the stream. It was
That's right.
weird.
Took care of it. So anyway, he finally gets thrown to the floor.
Now, what is your name, Jew?
Well, you don't think the Romans really were that friendly?
Brian, sir. Brian?
Why? No, Brian.
No, Brian.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah, that's where Centurion slaps him for every time he seems to
And then giggles.
not understand. Yeah. Throw him to the
Wooden
floor.
rascal has spew it. Has what, sir? Spew it. Yes, he did, sir. No, spew it. Bravado.
A touch of daring
I
duel.
love it, sir. I like that. So? You dare to wade us? To what, sir? Strike him, Centurion. Very roughly.
Oh,
And throw him to the floor, sir? What? Throw him to the floor again, sir. Oh, yes. Throw him to the floor, please. Now, Jewish wapscallion.
Rapscallion.
Scallion.
Had to use every R
I'm not
word.
Jewish. I'm Roman. A woman? No, Roman.
Correct him every time.
Pushed him to the floor again.
It's smacked.
So your father was a woman? Who was he? He was a centurion in the Jerusalem garrison, sir. Really? What was his name? Nautius Maximus. Seize him. Blow your noses and seize him.
Oh, wait a minute.
You jumped ahead here, didn't you?
Yeah, no, right here. A number
Hey, we got a
4.
number 4 here, man. I get to
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah, you get to retire. No, for
I
a
get to
little bit.
rest.
A little bit. All right, so we go on to our number 4 and rename. Now, I got to pause it there a little bit just so that it's not too long of the clip playing all at once. Oh my goodness! But the timing in this is really good because they drag this next bit out for a bit, just like giving you this tension, the suppressed laughter tension. It's just like,
Hold on. Emperor Goodwin is there. He is.
Yes, he is.
Hail, the Emperor
oh,
shows up just in time for Pilate.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
And
time.
he says Palin nearly lost it. Well, he's the one that can't lose it. He's playing Pontius Pilate, so he's.
I bet there's some great outtakes for this scene.
Oh, yeah, the time he just let that out. Incontinentia buttocks. So I guess, yeah. And in fact, I think that was the first time I was exposed to that vocabulary word. Incontinent. I didn't know
Ay,
about it.
ay, ay.
Yeah.
Incontinentia.
Oh, your noses and seize him.
Do you think there's anyone named Incontinentia?
No. No.
There might be some people out there with incredibly humorous dispositions who have had their own name changed by Depol to Monty Python characters, and Incontinentia buttocks might be one of them. That's the sort of thing I would do if someone said, "What would you change your name to?" Oh, okay, let me think.
Biggest ticket.
Well, he's running away. Brian's running away, and we have this guy here. I couldn't include the thing where his hammer fell, but his hammer does fall there, and he looks down, so he's going to go get it. And he walks down this tower, and up comes Brian. At the same time, chased by Womans. And then Brian has a bit of a fall here. Now,
Number 5.
Jay was saying something earlier in the Earworms group about the rapture. And that's when I remembered here in this film, there is a bit of a rapture that takes place. And it happens to be right here. Now, this one I'm going to have to pause a little bit. Can't play it all straight through because I have a feeling we're going to get taken down if I keep playing. Guys, they're a lot like the Vandalors from The Fifth Element, except they have an eye.
Where did this come from? I don't remember this.
I don't know. Maybe your memory edited it out later. I don't know.
Take a potty break.
How did they come up with this? How did
I
they?
don't know.
I'm glad they did, but my God, just their minds, honestly.
Oh my God. And then
Flav, really?
what?
He said he had a friend called Vomito.
Vomito.
It means vomit in Spanish.
Wow.
But my father was telling me a story about a lady he worked with whose last name is de barriga, which literally means of stomach, and her parents gave her the first name Dolores, which in Spanish means
Pain.
Pain. So her full name was Dolores de Barriga,
Oh no.
stomach pains.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. So yes, there are people with those kind of names out there.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool beans.
I love that skidding sound in space. That's great.
Are you getting some inspiration for your
Monty
spaceship
Python
fight
meets Star
scenes?
Wars.
Oh, I am now.
Yeah.
Yes,
love-
now.
I love how that ship looks a bit like the Yellow Submarine as well.
Ay,
Oh yeah.
ah.
You lucky bastard.
Oh dear.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Just the minds to come up with that.
So they've got a crashed UFO and probably alien bodies, but no one does anything about it.
Nope.
Yeah. Well,
It makes sense.
I
Here
guess
comes the
it
woman.
does. I mean, it does leave a little bit of a plot hole there, I guess.
Yeah, and a hole in the ground as well.
Yeah. So anyway, the Romans are still after him. Unfortunately, he crash landed right where he got picked up. That is impressive, though. That is impressive. That'll be found later by some ancient alien researchers.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's Flav got to say there?
I'm not sure what he's referring to, but he says he was called thus because he would drink until he was sick every night. Down to the-
Vomito.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it was a nickname. It wasn't his real name, like given name.
I don't know. I don't think. Probably not. I don't know. Unless it was like a name from a different culture. I mean, stomach ache. Yeah, you can see how
The parents had a sense of humor.
Dolores de Barriga. Well, actually, the name would like stomach ache would actually be Dolor, not Dolores. Well, actually, that would be multiple pains, though, right? Dolores de Barriga.
Yeah, multiple pains in the stomach.
Yeah, but I don't know. But it's still not the same as like naming your kid Vomit.
I mean, who would name, like, the name Dolores means pains? Why would you name your daughter that?
Yeah.
Well, there's some names that have a meaning, but also are a name. Dolores is a common name, but I guess maybe not as much in Spanish. Dolores. All right. Well, anyway, here we go. This guy's got some pains. Mike.
They did give it to him. Yeah, that's true, Emperor.
Hey, Mike, give me a little bit of line. Do you mind sharing what this guy has to say here?
The eyes they're red with the blood of living creatures. And the whore of Babylon shall ride forth on a three-headed serpent.
Then he starts gyrating and stuff as he says that.
Yes. And throughout the land shall be a great rubbing of parts. Gotta love his get up there.
I wish I should have played a clip of that one. Otherwise, I'd be playing the whole freaking movie and then I kicked off of YouTube. Oh, it'd be a great rubbing of
Demon
parts.
shall bear 9-bladed, not 2 or 5 or 7, but 9.
I guess it's meant to resemble Speaker's Corner.
Well, now we're on to a different dude.
Yeah, they did that. They switched the
Yeah, they're
subtitles.
showing
as
them
they
all.
went. Yeah, and they kind of like blended one to the other because
And
it
here
was
goes
fade
another
in,
one.
fade out.
Yep.
Yeah, this guy is good because he's something, and then a father will be missing
That shall
something
be
that was
great
left there.
confusion as to how things, to where things really are. And nobody will really know where lieth those little things. with the sort of, boy, it's hard to read this white on white.
Yeah.
With the sort of rapier
Raffia
top or
work. That's it.
rapier work.
Rapier work base. Well, that just kind of takes the charm out of it. There we go. Now we're at this time a friend shall lose his friend's hammer, and the young shall not know where it lieth. The things possessed by their fathers. He's just kind of going on and on, isn't he?
Yeah.
But their fathers. Yeah, I can't.
Their fathers.
Up about it. Ugh. Just the night before, about 8. It's written in the book of.
Yeah, I think this is the one that came true. I think that's the prophecy that came true.
There he is,
Yeah, there's Brian.
running away.
Running away. Run away! Run away!
Quick! What? Oh, this was a good scene.
Yeah, the beard. It's the beard vendor again.
Yes, it is.
And he's selling them in the
How much?
marketplace.
Quick! What? It's for the wife. 20 shekels. Right. What? There you are. Wait a minute. What? Well, we're supposed to haggle. No.
Yeah.
I've got to. What do you mean, no? I haven't got time. Give it back. No. I just paid you. But, now look, I want 20 for that. I just gave you 20.
Oh,
Hello?
it's not moving forward. Oh, good. We just did another one. All right. So,
Oh, yay.
yeah. There we go. We are now on
There we go.
7. So if we complete 7, we are halfway through, and
Yay.
we'll go on to next week. And next week, I'm going to put Vicks Vapor Rub on my balls to keep a little bit more energy going.
Well,
I've never
all
tried
right
it.
then.
And now I'm curious.
All right. So, did you read the line?
I was enamored with the Vicks Vapor Rub, and that kind of stopped me dead in my tracks. It was kind of a showstopper. Are you telling me that's not worth 20 shekels?
Okay.
Look at it. Feel the quality. There's none of your goat. All right. I'll give you 19. No, come on. Do it properly.
Yeah, too high.
What? Haggle properly. This isn't worth 19. Well, you just said it was worth 20. Oh, dear.
Yeah, the last thing you need when you're being chased.
That's more like it. 10? Are you trying to insult me? Me with a poor dying grandmother? 10? All right. I'll give you 11. Now you're getting it. 11? Did I hear you right? 11? This cost me 12. No. 17. 18. No. You go 14 now. All right, I'll give you 14. 14? Are you joking? That's what you told me to say.
Yeah.
Offer me 14. I'll give you 14. He's offering me 14 for this. 15. 17. My last word, I won't take a penny less or strike me dead.
Yeah, you have to go 16, I bet.
16. Done. Nice to do business with you.
Yeah, until he offers him the gourd.
I'll throw you in this as well. I don't want it, but thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Bert.
Yeah, and that's when the muscle gets up there, yeah.
All right, now where's the 16 you owe me?
Yeah, but Bert stands up behind him, and it's obvious to Brian that he's got to keep playing
Just
along.
gave you 20. That's right. That's 4 I owe you. No, that's all right. No, I've got it here. It's all right. That's 4 for the gourd. 4 for the gourd.
He's like, 4 for this gourd.
4 for this gourd. 4. Look at it. It's worth 10. If it's worth a shekel. You just gave it to me for nothing. Yes, but it's worth 10. All right, all right.
Oh, man.
And here comes the Romans.
Yeah. Here they come. And,
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's not worth 10.
Oh,
And
yeah.
for that, you must be mad.
And then I think he was able to sneak away.
Yeah. Oh, well, one born every minute.
Yep.
Yeah, he just finally just took off. And now
Yeah.
we're back to the People's Judean Front.
Yep, they're back in their secret
Not to be
headquarters.
confused with the People's Front of Judea.
Yep. Wait a minute, this is the People's Front of Judea. All right.
I think Mike
Same
got
thing.
it. Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
I now propose that all 7 of these ex-brothers,
Yep. those
yes,
are the
none of
people
them
who
got
died.
killed, be now entered in the minutes as probationary martyrs to the cause.
Probationary martyrs.
I second that, Reg. Thank you, Loretta. No.
Oh man, subtle stuff.
Oh, I hope there aren't splitters too. Siblings, let us not be down on it.
Yeah,
One total catastrophe like this is just the beginning.
Yep.
Their glorious deaths shall unite us all. Look out!
Oh no.
Here
That's
come the
because
woman.
there was a knock at the door, and you got to send their guy out, the old man, to kind of answer the door and see who it is. But no, it's Brian.
Brian,
Boy.
go away. Go away. Reg, it's me, Brian. Get off. Piss off. Yeah, piss off. Bugger off. Knock, knock.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Then they know.
Followed you.
Yep. The lookout goes to the door to try and handle him, though. But Brian gets out to the back, and he's on I don't know, some sort of...
A man shall strike his donkey and his nephew's donkey.
Well, he's in this, thing above the ground. I don't know what you call it. It's like just some sort of wooden thing that hangs there. Maybe it's the toilet.
Could be.
Yeah. But anyway, the speakers are right
Everyone in
below
the
that.
city of either the nephew or the donkey.
Yeah. Well, the speakers
Oh, it
saying
is
all
the
that.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Eyes are dim, I cannot see.
Yeah.
Are you Matthias? Yes. We have reason to believe you may be hiding one Brian of Nazareth, a member of the terrorist organization, the People's Front of Judea. Me? No, I'm just a poor old man. I have no time for lawbreakers. My legs are gray, my ears are nulled, my eyes are old and bent.
My eyes are bent, too.
Quiet.
Quiet.
Silly person. Guards, search the house.
And they go in. Yeah, it's like a train. They go in, and then he talks to the man outside.
You know the penalty laid down by the Roman law for harboring a known criminal?
No, I don't.
No.
What is it?
Crucifixion. Nasty, eh? Could be worse. What do you mean could be worse? Well, you could have be stabbed. Stabbed takes a second. Crucifixion lasts hours. It's a slow, horrible death. Well, at least it gets you out in the open air. You're weird.
Yeah. And then the soldiers go on out.
Out. No, sir. Couldn't find anything, sir. Well,
Yeah.
don't worry. You've not seen the last of us, weirdo. Big nose. Watch it. Phew, that's lucky.
Yeah. I wonder what the whole big nose thing is. It's just the Romans tossing it back and forth with the Jews, I guess.
I'm sorry, Reg. Oh, it's all right, siblings. He's sorry. He's sorry he led the 5th Legion straight to our official headquarters. Well, that's all right then, Brian. Sit down, have a scone, make yourself at home. You klutz! You stupid bird brain, flat-headed.
Uh-huh. And there he goes. He's back out to this thing.
Usually melon behind. My legs are old and bent. My ears are grizzled. Yes.
No. No,
There's
his
one
legs
place
are
we
bent.
didn't look. Guards. I'm just a poor old man. My sight is dim. My eyes are poor. My nose is knackered.
Knackered.
Knackered. There we
Yeah.
go. Have you ever seen anyone crucified? Crucifixion's a doddle. He's just fucking with him.
Yeah.
Don't keep saying that. He's like, I don't care.
We at the end? Oh, looks like we're at the end of the slides for today.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I think we do need
Ooh, a
to.
cliffhanger. Woohoo!
Yeah, cliffhanger, because they're searching the house. Will Brian be found?
Oh, no.
Is there anyone in our audience who has not seen this before? But this is where we're going to pick up next time. And next time, yes, I will have Vicks Vapor Rub, and that will keep me going.
All righty.
Been
Good to
poor Mike carrying us all this evening.
Yes, Mike. Clap for Mike.
Well done, Mike. Great job. Sterling effort.
All righty. But
I don't know.
anyway,
You have the energy.
Right,
after paying.
right. You bloody well right. You got the bloody right to... Oh.
are they still? I mean, so Mick Jagger outlasted John Cleese, huh?
I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
They think Mick Jagger's still alive and Cleese is
Bloody
not.
right.
I didn't know John Cleese had died.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, well, I just knew it from Mike saying it tonight, right?
Well, he's still alive, apparently.
No,
Oh.
he's 85 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then who said that he was dead before he died?
I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to watch it again and see if I like.
No, I think it was Liza.
What?
I think it was Liza. I think you're the one that said
Was
when you were
it
talking.
Somebody's going down for this, man.
Well, when you were talking about the what do you call it? The corporate seminars or corporate.
Yes.
speeches.
Well, I had heard somewhere in the chat, or maybe you guys, that he had died. So I just mentioned that.
No, that was the first I heard of it.
Because I mentioned that those corporate things were recent.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, he's 85. So
All right.
how
Well,
old is Mick Jagger?
He
I'm
80
doing the,
81.
oh, wow. He's younger.
John Cleese is older.
Yes. Well, good. I mean, there's still hope. You know, they're still alive. I keep hearing of people that are passing away, and I'm like, oh man, I'm feeling like my parents when I was growing up.
oh, Scott Holvett says he's alive. He even still performs too. He just doesn't jump around on stage anymore like he used to.
Oh, is that John Cleese?
Yeah.
All right, we should let Swappers play whatever he wanted to play there.
Go Swappers.
Oh, that was no. Someone just sent me a message. I was trying to cancel it, and it started playing. I was trying to find the mute button for it to stop it from playing.
Like, scrambling.
I was looking
All
at
right.
John Cleese, and suddenly I got like a message through. I was like, ah.
Cool beans.
Well, anyway, I feel bad tonight. It was not the greatest night. You
Oh,
know, I'm
thanks.
just like, well, no, Mike, you did a great job. I
Nice.
just feel bad about
Boy,
myself.
did I suck, man.
I can't see the subtitles, and I'm like, damn it, we were going to do community theater, now we're not, and like, oh man.
You're going to have to type out the lines for yourself and enlarge them.
Yeah, that might be what I'll have to do.
You're going to have to do some prep work. Yeah.
Well, I did a lot of prep work. I did
Well,
all these slides of every
apart
single
from the
line
slides,
I did every single line in the movie, like every subtitle. Every subtitle got, got extracted for this thing, man.
Oops.
Yep. Well, anyway.
Oh, maybe you can ask Gemini or ChatGPT to drop the lines for you. Do you think it'll do that?
Probably not. They don't do anything useful. But it'll probably be the one thing where AI is like, oh, no, that's a copyright infringement.
Yes.
Probably.
Although they do have websites. Like there's websites out there. I saw there was a website for the Holy Grail. Let me see here. There might be a website for this. I just feel like, I don't know, a moron here just sitting here not being able to do anything except go forward. Let's see here. Oh, man. So Monty Python, The Life of Brian script.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, it's out there. You can even choose your scene on this one.
All right. Yeah, I see it right here. This is good. This is getting bookmarked for next week. The next
There
week,
you go.
we will do some community theater.
Oh, speaking of AI, we didn't, like Scott, thank you for reminding me. We didn't do the fake or not fake thing.
I wasn't going to do that because of all the slides we had. There was a point where I thought we might be able to make it through the whole film.
Well, it seems like Scott wants us to bring that segment back.
Okay, well, it's never really gone. No segment ever really dies here. So we will bring that back. All right, I'll bring it next week.
Hint for next week.
Yeah, why not? And then at some point, I mean, we are definitely not done with Monty Python. There's The Meaning of Life, and then there's also, I could do some select things from the Flying Circus here and there.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Oh, it's Scott's birthday.
No, I just said that this is a special gift for Scott, the AI thing.
So
Okay.
is it his birthday? or not?
I just trolled Scott, people. I just trolled Scott.
I see that.
No, she just said happy birthday because she feels that we wouldn't do anything nice for Scott unless it was his birthday.
And here I was ready to sing happy birthday.
I'll still put it in the
Oh,
chat. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
Dot.
you.
All right. There we go. All right, folks. Well, I want to thank you for joining us this evening. We will come back stronger next week. And
oh wait, we were close. April
April
22nd
22nd.
is his birthday.
Oh,
Oh, what a
happy
gift
That's
birthday
Tuesday.
to
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
you.
You say it's your birthday. Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
It's
Scott,
your
it's your birthday.
motherfucking
Happy birthday
birthday.
to you. All right, now you know why I don't sing, but that's fine.
Synchronicity, Scott. Synchronicity.
You do sing. You've done some covers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we almost got copyrighted
Please
for
sing
happy
Bob
birthday.
Dylan. Happy birthday to you.
There we go.
It's
Awesome.
Scott's birthday.
And he's a rolling like a rock. All right, we're done.
Seriously, man, have a happy birthday on the 22nd, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks, anyone catching us on the rerun, if it's not all like pulverized with all the clips being taken out, I don't. Hopefully, I can leave them all in. If so, great. And if not, well, we'll see what we can do. But in any case, check in the description. Mike Mountain Hawk Gorley. You can hear him sing like Bob Dylan.
Yes.
And you can also check out Star Wars Retold, Praxima the Pathfinders, featuring our resident author, World of Swap Shop.
Thank you.
The link's in the description. We're at 356 there. It'd be nice to get that up, folks.
Yes. Let's get them up to 400.
And Psyche Opera. Liza at the Psyche Electroacoustic Opera Company. Just find her at Psyche Opera.
Yep.
All right, folks. So we're going to close off now, and I need to clear the stage first because what the heck? It's asking me permission to do something. Why do I have to give permission to do that?
I don't know. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mike.
I'm going to bed now.
Yeah. Yeah.
See you next week, everyone. Mr. Swap Shop, thank you for joining us. Count.
I'm trying to pull them off stage, but it's not happening.
What's happening?
I need to pull everyone off stage so I can play the last thing. Oh, never mind. It's not doing it right. All right, so we got to play it like this. No, not yet. Here we go. Good night.